This is Charleston, South Carolina.
Charleston's effort is to preserve its past, though to achieve what you see here demands a tremendous effort on part of the individual.
The voice of Mrs. Henry Edmunds, director of the Historic Charleston Foundation.
When my grandmother took over as director of the foundation, everything she did was driven by her love for the city and wanting to ensure that it was a livable city. So she realized early on that we need to think about this city as a whole.
Frances had the vision for the Revolving Fund, which was an unusual thought, but she looked at that neighborhood and she could see the bigger picture. And that's what made the Foundation's program uniquely different.
Under her visionary leadership, Charleston became a preservation model for the nation.
Really put Historic Charleston on the map nationally, and it still resonates. But the Revolving Fund, in its traditional sense, was about buildings. It was about neighborhoods. It wasn't about people.
Just like historic fabric erodes, losing the people that have been in the houses and the families that have been in the houses for generations, that causes the cultural character to erode.
People are starting to look around and realize that this massive sea change is going to happen kind of before our eyes.
Everybody anticipated that the city would continue to grow, but I don't think anybody anticipated the scale of it would happen so quickly. It's created a sense of fear and panic in the community for everybody because we're seeing how quickly this city is changing.
We continue to see displacement and people being priced out of their neighborhoods and their homes that have been in their families for generations.
These are large market forces at work, and we don't have the resources nor the capability to stop it. But you can try to slow it down. It's our duty, frankly, because preservation is not just bricks and mortar. Preservation is about community, it's about people.
Good housing that people could hold on to, property that people could pass on down to another generation of people. For me, that's preservation.
The whole goal of the Common Cause is to help people stay in their home.
The Common Cause program is a revolving loan program to really help longstanding homeowners in historic houses make functional repairs so that they can stay in their properties for hopefully generations to come.
Everyone hopes from a homeownership standpoint to have the dream to pass on to the next generation some form of generational wealth. And so when means are tight, how do you make that happen?
When you own something and you invest your life earning into it, you can take care of it.
Wanted my mother basically to have a place that she can call home, and I would come in after teaching all day just to get it in a livable condition.
My husband Artie and his father were master masons and master plastering, so they did a lot of the brickwork that's done around this house. Just like my daughter, he was born and raised here. He and his father, his mother and their brother, the four of them lived in this house. And all of them are deceased. So many people sacrifice in order for me to be able to still live in this house, so I have to make that my priority.
The cost of living has grown and salary has not, and now that I'm on a fixed salary, it's harder to keep because everything is much more expensive.
A number of owners are seniors that are now on fixed income, and certainly when they purchased a home 30, 40 years ago, it was within their means, but now it is a struggle and a strain. And so if we don't protect the fabric of that structure, then as water and other elements start to infiltrate, that deterioration just happens so much faster.
I grew up here saying this is my home. This is not just a house. If I were to lose this house, I don't know what I would do. To just lose it outright because I didn't have the necessary funds to do what needs to be done, I don't think that's good for anyone. Because you would be amazed of how many people are probably living the same way as I, just looking for help, some kind of assistance. So it's nice to know that there's a program out here that can assist me as well as others.
But there's a fear in our community of anything that comes into this community and says we have something that we want to do that's helpful. But Common Cause is a believable operation. We want to call it a ministry.
We have no intention of leaving, but we also knew that there's work that needed to be done. And so this came in at a time that we absolutely needed help.
Being involved in this program would help me to get it to much more of a practical need. And my sister, as we get older, leave something for our children. She has a grandson. Even at his young age, it would be something that if we can keep it for him, and he's 13 now, he would really know that he has something to look forward to. He would also know that he doesn't have to be stuck.
It's like generational wealth, so you can pass it down from you to your daughter. And then when she decides to have a family, she will be able to tell her children about this house.
When you put down roots in a place, you want to be remembered. You really do. And what did we do to better the community itself? What did we do in order to make people's lives better? See, that's the legacy that this home would represent, being here for longevity's sake.
Historic Charleston, its roots are embedded in the Revolving Fund, and to be launching Common Cause during our 75th year is symbolic.
How successful we will be measured by how successfully we're able to bring the community together to solve the problem.
This is not going to be an easy task, and we have to get to the root of how we're going to take this common cause throughout this entire community. The time is now.